Good morning, morning. I'm sitting here and working, and do you ever accidentally, hit your animal? And by that I mean, you move your foot and you don't realize that they were coming out, and so you just accidentally make contact, and then you feel like the worst person in the entire world? Because I do. That just happened.
Get ready, because this is year 6 of daily vlogging.
I literally feel like the worst person in the world. I accidentally literally caught her right in her face because I was getting back on the couch and she was coming out from underneath the couch, and my foot just accidentally connected, and now she's hiding under my bed, and I just feel like the worst person ever. So it's where, you know that animals are usually pretty good at, reading people, and knowing if it was an accident, but I hate when this happens.
I am happy to report I have been forgiven. Thank goodness. And she seems okay, so
I have not vlogged a whole ton today after the whole incident this morning. We are fine. She is fine. Thank goodness. Work went well, and then I had a call with my literary manager talking a little bit more about AFM. I finished reading a book, started and finished reading a book. It was called The Smell of Other People's Houses. It was good, but won't be one that I keep. I'm kind of glad to finally be done with the Gone series. I have decided the Gone series will go on my want to adapt shelf because I truthfully do think it could make a very good TV show that would be sort of like The 100, but The 100 only had 4 books, and they kept it going for 9 freaking seasons when I do not feel like they should have done that. I feel like this series with 6 books, you could totally do 6 seasons and be done. It's a limited series. It's done. Because I know the spinoff series takes place 4 years after, so you'd have to wait a little bit anyway. I mean, the kids in the book are no one over the age of 14. I think you'd have to up it to 16 just because most kids look entirely different at 14 than they do at 16, whereas a lot of kids who are 16 and 18 look fairly similar. And so you'd have to cast up, and casting up from 16 is much easier than casting up from 14. And I just say that because it would be great to actually cast 14. But the thing is that the kids are only in there for a little over a year. And so you'd have 6 seasons where they have to stay looking as similar as possible. That's easier to do at 16 than it is at 14. So, and as I said, you'd be likely casting at least some of them 18 plus because they also will look similar. So if you change it to 16, it makes more sense why they look the same because it's only been a year and a half, and it doesn't really make sense. It wouldn't make sense in a series to lengthen that time and be oh, they're actually in there for 4 years. That doesn't work either. So unless if you animated it, I don't see it as animated in my head, but of course that's always an option. And then you don't worry about actors' ages at all because it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I haven't moved it yet, but that is where it will be going. But yeah, this one was good. I won't be keeping it, but it was very interesting. It was told in a very interesting way. And all the stories connect. So there's 4 sort of main characters, and all of their stories, some of them are connected from the beginning, and then one of them is not, and then becomes connected, which was pretty cool. And it was a short read. It was 211 pages, so I read it in 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that. So I just was really glad to get a standalone after reading a 6-book series. So that were long books. So anyway, we'll see what's next. I'm excited. The next book that I get to read is Love and Gelato. I thought this was a standalone. It's sort of a standalone. I think there's a follow-up called Love and Luck, and then another one called Love and Olives, but I don't know. Well, Love and Olives, it says, is the follow-up to this book, but Love and Luck might be like a spin-off, sort of. Anyway, but yeah, this is the next one, so I'm excited for another seemingly pretty easy read, because the font size is pretty big. So I'm headed to bed, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. On the social media is in the description. Love you all.